Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Spokane Valley Archery. Today's kind of the final day for me getting ready for season. I'm gonna do my final broadhead selection. I've done a fair bit of research, some, internet things. I basically wanted something solid, 150 grains. The reason I want to go 150 grains, or I like heavier broadheads, is because instead of putting extra weight in your inserts, you get to put extra weight in the broadhead. So that kind of pushes the FOC out forward. And then when you start getting into the heavier broadheads, they're just more sturdy, kind of built like a tank. When I make videos on this channel, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not really here to give you advice. I'm just here to share my journey and have some fun and bring you all along. And just know that I'm a couple years into Western hunting. I'm not Dan. Dan's been doing it for a while. He's really good at what he does. And me, to be honest, I'm just kind of a noob. But I like to make videos. I like to share things. Let's rip some broadheads, have some fun, make a day out of it, figure out which of these things is gonna fly best. None of these targets at the range are set up to shoot broadheads at. And I'll show you how you know that when you come to the range. Of course, I bring my own target, and this is how you know when you show up to the range. There's another one there. And another one there. And maybe like 2 or 3 more. I think that could be the thing that if you wanted to trigger Josh, if you want to trigger an archery shop owner, shooting broadheads into their foam is probably the fastest way to do it. So I like to give Josh a hard time, but I don't like to shoot broadheads into his stuff. Not good for him. Okay, broadhead options. I was talking to these by Dan and Josh, and honestly, as much positive results as Dan's had with these, they should be in the mix. But they're 150s. I didn't know we could get them in 150s. So Micro Hades Pro, that's what Dan shoots. And then I got a couple cool ones in here. That is the Valkyrie 150. Just a mean looking broadhead. Look at that thing. So that's that. And then here's the other one. That is the Rocky Mountain Specialties 150 grain, 3-blade cutthroat. I've always wanted just a 3-blade solid broadhead, but also with those rounded edges. One thing that's not ideal about this is you do have to sharpen it. And it seems like every steel broadhead or every solid broadhead, you have to sharpen a little. Yeah, check that out. So that's really sexy. Okay, so this is kind of what it's gonna come down to. I like the design of all of these. I would not have one complaint to go one direction or the other with any of them. They all fit my criteria, which is basically something 150 grains, big, as solid as possible. And honestly, that's kind of why I've avoided this for a while. It's because it's not super solid, like one piece. But Dan's never had one fall apart on him. I guess I just kind of got to get over my stubbornness and listen to someone who's killed a whole bunch of elk and animals. What we're going to do today is we're just going to see what flies the best, take it from there. I don't think one of these would be a bad selection for me, and make a decision. I'm gonna shoot all 3 of these, see if I can get good clean breaks and see where these match up next to the one that's down there. My field tip is down there and it's pretty close to it right now, so that gives me a good visual. First up, this is the Cutthroat 150. Hit quite a bit left. This is the Valkyrie Blood Eagle 150. Next up. That looked like it flew pretty well and it was a clean break. Next up, Grim Reaper Micro Hades 150. See if I can give it a better effort and give it one more once through. All right, let's go round 2. This time I'll start with the Valkyrie, which that's an incredibly sexy broadhead, by the way. That was a pretty good shot. There's quite a bit left. We're gonna give it one more round of broadhead flight. So first up this time, Grim Reaper. All right, guys, so here's a little update. I think we're getting closer. What I'm learning so far, this thing does not seem to be flying super well, but we're gonna give it one more round and see how it does. The Grim Reaper and the Valkyrie, they seem to be flying really well. I think it's really gonna come down to those two, but this is gonna be one more round just to confirm or deny. I kind of have to take breaks in between shooting because if I continue to rip arrows, I just start to get more and more shaky. So it's like shoot a little bit, rest, shoot a little bit, rest, because I'm really trying to do a good honest job of making my best shots so I can see which of these flies the most true. Go Grim Reaper. That hit a little low right, but it also broke a little low right. We'll go, or broke a little low. Rocky Mountain Specialties. I really think I'm seeing some flare. Something, the arrows kick in. That one hit left and it broke pretty fine. I'm gonna see how this one flies. If this one hits near center, we're gonna eliminate the Rocky Mountain Cutthroat. I think that one actually hit my other arrows in the center, and that's the Valkyrie. So I think we might be narrowing it down. I'll bring you down and we'll check out the group. Guys, we're starting to get it dialed in here and really ruining arrows, which is not so much fun. Here is the Valkyrie. Here is the Grim Reaper. Both of those are definitely within my margin of error at 40. So I'm gonna shoot some groups with these and see what we can get to group best, but I'm pretty pleased with that. So we're getting there, guys. Of course, that's ruined. Why? So many arrows, man. Must be good to be in the arrow slinging business. Josh. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate the Cutthroat. It just has not been flying. It's not been flying, it's been erratic. I see like some kick coming out of my bow. These are both flying goods. We're just gonna say that Cutthroat's been cut for now. Doesn't mean it's not a great broadhead, it's just not flying the best out of my setup. All right, guys, so in conclusion, shot these arrows quite a bit. I took the Cutthroat off the menu. I shot the Grim Reaper. I shot the Valkyrie. I'm gonna continue to shoot them, get more reps with them, figure out what flies better over time and length. What's up, y'all? After doing more testing, more tinkering, getting about another half a dozen rounds in shooting broadheads, I've made my final decision. It kind of pains me to say I gotta select the broadhead I'm selecting, but what it comes down to is it shot the best past 50 yards. That's the Grim Reaper Micro Hades 3-blade. I'm shooting it in the 150 grain. Surprisingly, what really surprises me is it actually penetrated better than the Valkyrie as well, like considerably better. I just shot it into my foam target and I shot it into the side that had been shot the least. I shot consistently arrow after arrow after arrow, and the Grim Reaper would penetrate the most, and it would also fly the best past 50. Both of these flew similar to 50, I'll say that. So the Valkyrie flew really well to that distance, but just long range, it was the Grim Reaper. So basically, my criteria has always been, I've always wanted it to be a solid 3-blade fixed broadhead, and this has components in it. And I guess for whatever reason, those small razor blades penetrate better, and maybe they can manufacture to tighter tolerances or whatever, but the Grim Reaper definitely flew the best. I don't know what to say, it is what it is. After shooting both of them extensively through my bow, it flew the best, it penetrated the best. It made it the clear winner for 2021. What I want to say though is that all of this testing and tinkering was subjective to me. It's not me saying that this is the best broadhead for you to shoot. It's me saying that throughout my testing, this was the broadhead that flew the best through my setup, and I have the most confidence in shooting out of my bow. It flew the best on range, it penetrated the best, and for that reason, it's the broadhead I'm going to use all year for 2021. Also, I can kind of lean on Dan's experiences through the years, and he's always had a very positive experience with this broadhead. He's never had the components fall apart on him. Price point, relatively speaking, I mean, it's half the price of the Valkyrie. You can get 150 gram broadheads for about $50 for 3 of them. Drop any questions you have below. We're going to continue to test, tinker, and mess with archery stuff. But right now, it's time to go chase animals. Happy September, y'all. Go out, give it your best every single day. Leave it all out on the field. Tag us on the socials, let us know how your season goes, and we'll catch you back here for the next one.